What if I told you that every product you buy, every price you see, and every seller you trust on Amazon is controlled by something you will never meet, never question, and never fully understand? A silent machine, a black box, an algorithm that decides what you buy before you even know you want it. Millions think Amazon is just a marketplace, but behind that friendly Add to Cart button lies one of the most powerful influence systems ever created. One capable of making or destroying businesses overnight, manipulating prices across the entire internet, and shaping consumer behavior at a scale no government or corporation has ever matched. This is the part of Amazon you were never meant to see. Most people think Amazon works like a giant digital supermarket, thousands of sellers offering products, and customers freely choosing what they want. But in reality, Amazon is not a marketplace. It is a controlled ecosystem, governed almost entirely by its algorithm. This algorithm decides which products appear on page 1, which offers rise to the top, and which sellers are buried so deep they may as well not exist. And since more than 70% of all Amazon purchases come from the first page of search results, being pushed down even a few positions can destroy a business overnight. The algorithm monitors everything: price changes, shipping speed, refund rates, seller behavior, customer clicks, competitor activity, inventory levels, even browsing history. It analyzes millions of data points in real time, far beyond anything a human team could track, and constantly rewrites the entire store layout every second. But here's the darker truth. No one outside Amazon knows exactly how it works. Not sellers, not buyers, not even many Amazon employees. It is deliberately opaque, and that opacity gives Amazon unimaginable power. For example, if the algorithm decides your product isn't competitive enough, you simply vanish from search. If it spots a cheaper alternative, you instantly lose the buy box, the crucial button that determines whose product gets sold. And if Amazon chooses to promote its own brands, Amazon Basics, Amazon Essentials, or any of its dozens of private label lines, the system conveniently ranks them higher, even if they have worse reviews. To sellers, this algorithm feels less like a tool and more like an unpredictable god. You can follow every rule, hit every KPI, and still get buried. You can wake up to find your best sellers suddenly suppressed, with no explanation. You can lose thousands of dollars in a single afternoon because an automated system misread a spike in returns or misclassified your listing. In the physical world, monopolies are limited by logistics and geography. In Amazon's world, the algorithm removes all limits. It can shift market share in seconds, manipulate pricing across entire industries, or eliminate a small competitor before they even know they're in danger. And the most astonishing part? For millions of sellers, Amazon's algorithm isn't just a recommendation engine. It's their landlord, boss, regulator, and executioner all at once. Imagine building a successful business on Amazon. Months of research, thousands spent on inventory, perfect reviews, happy customers. Then one morning, you log in, and your product has vanished from page 1. By evening, sales drop to 0. And within a week, your competitor, Amazon itself, is selling an almost identical version of your product for cheaper. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is how Amazon plays the game. To the public, Amazon looks like a neutral platform, a big digital mall where independent sellers compete on equal terms. But inside the company, Amazon has access to something no other competitor in the world has: every seller's private data. That means Amazon knows what products sell best, which listings have explosive growth, which niches have high margins, which suppliers sellers use, how much sellers pay for manufacturing, exact profit margins on every SKU, and even what items shoppers leave in their carts. For most companies, this data would be a treasure map. For Amazon, it's a weapon. When Amazon spots a product that is making too much money or growing too fast, one thing tends to happen. Amazon creates a copy, sometimes an identical copy, same dimensions, same materials, same color variants, same suppliers in China. Then they slap their own label on it, usually Amazon Basics, Amazon Essentials, or another private label, and the real battle begins. Because once Amazon releases its own version, the algorithm suddenly shifts in its favor. The Amazon copy gets better placement in search, the buy box more often, priority in ads and recommendations, fast-tracked shipping visibility, built-in trust from customers who see the Amazon logo. Meanwhile, the original seller is pushed down quietly and efficiently until their product becomes invisible. A former Amazon executive once described the strategy bluntly. "We don't need to beat our competitors. We can just redesign the playing field." And Amazon does exactly that. Internal investigations by journalists and regulators have uncovered multiple cases where Amazon employees accessed confidential seller data specifically to launch competing products. In some documented instances, Amazon managers even requested sourcing information about successful items directly from seller accounts before launching the Amazon version. But copying is just the beginning. Amazon then uses its pricing power to undercut the original seller. Even if Amazon makes less profit per unit, it can afford it because its goal isn't to win a sale. Its goal is to win the market. Small sellers cannot survive price wars. Amazon can survive forever. And there is another layer to the strategy. Once Amazon's private label item gains traction, the algorithm quietly deprioritizes alternatives. Not by banning them, not by penalizing them, just not showing them. Less visibility equals fewer clicks. Fewer clicks equals fewer sales. Fewer sales equals algorithmic punishment. Algorithmic punishment equals collapse. It's a slow suffocation disguised as competition. This is why countless sellers describe Amazon as both their biggest opportunity and their biggest threat. You can build $1 million business one month and lose everything the next, simply because your success caught Amazon's attention. In a normal market, competitors struggle to out-innovate each other. On Amazon's platform, competitors struggle to survive Amazon itself. Behind the promise of one-day delivery lies a system built on relentless pressure, strict surveillance, and physical exhaustion. Amazon's warehouses, known internally as fulfillment centers, operate with a level of intensity closer to an industrial machine than a workplace for humans. The public sees efficiency. Workers see a daily battle against quotas that often exceed human limits. At the core of the system is Amazon's productivity metric called rate. It measures how many items an employee picks, packs, sorts, or stows per hour. In many facilities, workers are expected to process 300 to 400 items per hour, sometimes more during peak seasons. These numbers are enforced by automated tracking systems that register every scan, every second of inactivity, every deviation from the expected pace. If a worker slows down, even for a moment, the system flags them. Algorithms automatically generate warnings, and several warnings can lead to termination. Managers do not need to intervene. The machine decides. Breaks, water, rest, or fatigue are not factored into the algorithm. The body is expected to perform like software, consistently, endlessly, without error. This pressure has consequences. Injury rates in Amazon warehouses are significantly higher than industry averages. Reports from safety investigators reveal widespread incidents of repetitive stress injuries, back problems, and accidents caused by rushing to meet quotas. Workers have described a culture where people avoid bathroom breaks to maintain their rate, leading to health issues and extreme stress. During peak periods like Prime Day and the holiday season, the pace becomes even more punishing as temporary workers are pushed to their limits with minimal training. Surveillance is constant. Cameras monitor aisles. Sensors track movement. Handheld scanners record every action. Amazon calls this efficiency. Workers call it being treated like a robot. Many have reported feeling replaceable, as if the system is designed to squeeze as much output from them as possible before burnout sets in and a new wave of recruits replaces them. The work environment itself adds to the strain. Warehouses span over 1 million square feet, requiring workers to walk 10 to 15 miles per shift. Temperatures can fluctuate heavily, especially in older facilities. Noise levels are high. The pace never slows, even at night. For many, the job becomes a test of endurance rather than employment. Despite the physical cost, Amazon's public narrative speaks only of innovation, speed, and efficiency. But the reality behind the scenes is that convenience has a price, and it is paid by the workers who keep the system running. Amazon's supply chain may be a global marvel, but it functions only because thousands of people push their bodies to the breaking point, day after day, to maintain the illusion of effortless delivery. While Amazon's warehouses are known for physical intensity, the company's corporate offices operate under a different kind of pressure, one built on psychological strain, hypercompetition, and a culture where failure is not just discouraged but systematically eliminated. To the outside world, Amazon's white-collar environment looks like a hub of innovation. Inside, many employees describe it as a place where burnout is expected, fear is an everyday motivator, and performance metrics dictate every aspect of life. At the core of Amazon's corporate culture is a simple philosophy: always raise the bar. In practice, this means employees are constantly pushed to outperform their previous achievements, meet increasingly unrealistic deadlines, and deliver results with minimal resources. The company's internal evaluation system ranks employees against one another, often forcing managers to label a percentage as low performers, even if their work is strong. This system quietly encourages competition between teammates, because someone must always be at the bottom. Amazon's leadership principles, celebrated publicly as the foundation of its success, become sources of stress when taken to extremes. Bias for action, insist on the highest standards, deliver results, and customer obsession are treated not as guidelines, but as absolute expectations. Employees describe a culture where working nights, weekends, and holidays is normal. Responding to emails at midnight is seen as dedication, not imbalance. And questioning a deadline or workload can be viewed as a lack of commitment. Monitoring is constant. Performance dashboards track output, task completion, communication speed, and even meeting participation. Managers hold business reviews, where employees must defend every metric, with little tolerance for excuses. Some workers report feeling compelled to prepare for these meetings like court trials, gathering documents, anticipating objections, and justifying every decision. The pressure is compounded by Amazon's famous six-pager culture, documents employees must write instead of making slide presentations, requiring deep analysis and flawless logic. One of the most controversial aspects is the unregretted attrition metric, a benchmark that encourages managers to push out employees who are not meeting the highest performance standards, even if they are competent. This system creates an environment where job security feels fragile and where many employees fear that one weak quarter or one disagreement with leadership could end their career. The culture of constant evaluation also discourages transparency. Employees often hesitate to ask for help or admit struggle because vulnerability can be interpreted as weakness. Some report feeling isolated, pressured to maintain a facade of intensity and resilience. Stories have surfaced of workers crying at their desks, suffering from anxiety, or leaving the company abruptly due to burnout. Amazon defends its culture as demanding but fair, arguing that high standards produce innovation. And there is truth in that. The company has built one of the most efficient and powerful businesses in the world. But efficiency has a human cost. When every day becomes a race, when every metric becomes a test, and when every meeting becomes a judgment, the workplace becomes less a place of creativity and more a battleground. For many who work inside Amazon's sleek corporate towers, success isn't just about intelligence or skill. It's about surviving a system designed to push people to their limits, filter out the exhausted, and keep only those who can withstand the relentless pursuit of perfection. When most people think of Amazon, they imagine an online store, packages, delivery trucks, endless product listings. But behind that familiar storefront lies a much larger, far more powerful empire. An empire built not on retail, but on infrastructure, surveillance-level data, and influence that stretches into governments, corporations, and the digital foundations of the modern world. The heart of this hidden empire is Amazon Web Services, AWS, the cloud computing division responsible for more than half of Amazon's profits. While the public sees Amazon as a marketplace, AWS is what keeps the company alive. It hosts the servers of Netflix, Disney, the CIA, major banks, hospitals, governments, and millions of private companies. In fact, a significant portion of the internet runs on AWS. If AWS went down, parts of the digital economy would collapse instantly. The sheer scale of AWS gives Amazon a type of leverage few companies have ever possessed. It can analyze global usage patterns, predict industry shifts, and understand digital behavior on a level unmatched in the corporate world. And because AWS is deeply embedded in essential infrastructure, Amazon becomes too important for governments to fully regulate, a position of strategic advantage traditionally held by defense contractors or national utilities. Next comes Amazon's political influence. Through aggressive lobbying in Washington and other capitals, Amazon shapes regulations, labor laws, tax frameworks, and trade policies. It spends tens of millions of dollars each year influencing legislation, often outpacing entire industries in lobbying budgets. Amazon has negotiated tax breaks for warehouses, subsidies for distribution centers, and favorable conditions for its cloud services. Politicians understand that Amazon brings jobs, logistics networks, and digital infrastructure, and Amazon uses that understanding as leverage. Then there is the power of data, perhaps Amazon's most valuable asset. Every search, click, purchase, review, return, and browsing pattern becomes part of Amazon's vast internal database. The company tracks not only what customers buy, but how they buy, what time of day they shop, how long they hesitate before purchasing, which images make them click, which phrases trigger conversions, what they compare, ignore, or revisit, how price changes affect decisions. This data is used to refine algorithms, optimize pricing strategies, and predict consumer behavior with stunning accuracy. But it also creates a level of dependence. Sellers cannot truly compete without giving Amazon their data, and Amazon uses that data to strengthen itself further. Even Amazon's advertising division, now one of the largest in the world, is fueled by this unmatched visibility into consumer psychology. The company can charge premium prices because it knows exactly how ads influence buying behavior. In some categories, sellers feel forced to buy Amazon ads just to stay visible, reinforcing Amazon's revenue loop. Beyond economics, Amazon's influence extends into smart home technology, surveillance infrastructure, and logistics networks. The acquisition of Ring gave Amazon access to massive streams of neighborhood video data. Alexa became a listening device in millions of homes, gathering voice data and behavioral patterns. Amazon Logistics now rivals national postal services, shaping how goods move across entire countries. Together, these elements, AWS, data dominance, political leverage, and physical infrastructure, form a multi-layered power system. Amazon is not simply competing with retailers. It is competing with nations, shaping policies, controlling digital ecosystems, and influencing economic behavior on a global scale. This hidden side of Amazon, the part the public doesn't see while clicking buy now, reveals a company whose reach extends far beyond online shopping carts. Final conclusion: Amazon is not just a retailer, not just a tech company, and not just a logistics giant. Amazon is an ecosystem that touches nearly every part of modern life: commerce, cloud computing, entertainment, cybersecurity, advertising, smart homes, and even government operations. Its power is built not only on convenience and efficiency, but on data control, political influence, and a structural advantage no competitor can match. And that is the dark truth. Amazon's dominance isn't an accident. It's a system, engineered, refined, and expanded until it became too big to question and too essential to challenge. The world thinks it's buying speed and convenience, but what it's really buying is dependence.